happening, you beautiful humans? My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and welcome to another piping hot episode of Sippin The Tea, where we
sip the tea, and our guests spill that tea.
You better hold that now, girl. Sip it, sip it. Oh, wakey, wakey, little nugget.
No, she's like, bye, Felipe.
Oh, we got Miss Little Glitty Glit. Hi, girl.
Hey, Nuggies.
We got Mama back in the hot seats. And today, we got Michaela Shiloh, Forbes 30 Under 30, record label owner, written for the likes of Janet Jackson, Britney Spears. Girl, and that's just not even cracking the surface. What? Up.
What is going on
Mickey, you're so fine, girl. You never heard that. Hey, Mickey.
Never heard it.
Hey, Mickey. Hey. All right, sorry, we had to do it. She gone. Wait. No, come back.
I left.
She was like, bye, guys. I'm done with this interview. Let me take off my
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I
Girl,
appreciate
thank you
it.
for being here.
Of course, anytime. The dogs are a great audience. This is perfect. I'm
You just
feeling
talk
the
to
vibe.
the dogs and,
I could
you know.
just talk to them the whole time. That'd be great.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me just put my feet up
Just
then and
put
just
your feet up, chill,
relax, girl. Okay, what's poppin'?
So, girl, I
What's
have,
up?
I have to dive right on in. So, Forbes, 30 under 30. Tell me the day that you got that call. Like, what went through your mind? What were you thinking?
Okay,
How
yeah.
excited are you?
Yeah, I'm very excited. So I got an email. It wasn't even a call. I got an email. I would say it was September 2018. Said the subject was, "You've been shortlisted for Forbes 30 Under 30." Immediately, almost deleted it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
She was like, spam.
Can I swear, by the way? Can I swear?
Bitch
Yeah,
bag.
okay.
Get with it. Get with it.
Okay, there's gonna be a lot of cursing. So no, I was like, the fuck. I literally was about to delete it. Then I'm like, hold on, let me just open it and see what it's talking about. So I opened it. It's like, hey, Mickey, you know, we would love to honor you, you know, whatever, da da da. So I checked the end of the email because I'm like, if it's a Gmail account, this ain't some real shit.
Dang.
And it was actually an @Forbes email address. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I responded with my application because they actually send something for you to fill out, obviously.
Yeah.
Filled it out. I called my family, like, you will never believe what just happened. I don't know what's going to happen. I just sent the application. We'll see. So yeah, like end of October, I get another email from Rebecca, who was, you know, coordinating all this. And she was like, yeah, so you're in, and it's publishing in November 2018. And I'm like, oh my God.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Crazy. Boom. And what's amazing about this, I don't want to go on a rant about my mental health, but I went through like the worst year last year. I'm bipolar, and so I was going through like an incredibly bad depression. And like to end it on that note was, thank God.
The universe does
Crazy.
good things.
Yes.
It comes
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
right time when you need it.
Exactly. So that's how it happened. And then when I met her in person, they had like a Forbes 30 Under 30 event here in LA, just everyone to meet.
She rolled up in the night. Yeah, bitch.
Oh, you know, I came in.
I'm here.
I came in.
I'm here.
Yeah, I showed up and it was cute. Like, it was nice to meet people from different industries, 30 Under 30, like health industry, just other parts of entertainment, not just music. But I asked her, I'm like, how did you even find me? And she said, oh, I'm really good at the internet. That was her response. And I'm like, oh,
Okay.
And this
dope.
is somebody from Forbes?
yes.
I'm just good at the internet.
I'd
Alrighty.
love
Yeah.
to be 30 under 30, but a
That's
bitch
a
is
bar.
36. But I'm really good at the internet, too.
It was such a bar. It was such a bar. I'm like, I'm not going to ask any more questions. That's great.
I'm
in.
living for her, but I just have to call it out. Your phone was vibrating. I thought you were like passing gas.
Oh, because it kept
I
going.
was like, and she did it twice.
Here, let me
I
stick
was
this
like,
over
hey,
here.
Mickey, you're so fine. I'm going to come right over there.
Andy, can you take my phone? Okay.
What?
We're keeping it together.
Bam.
I'm
Dead.
saying she don't give two F's. Beep.
I know because you did look at me, and I was like, "Why is he looking at me?" I was like, "Oh, he thought
I was like,
oh, I
she's
thought-
like, Mickey's comfortable, Mama's comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
We're really taking
Shit,
Sippin The
let's
Tea to
go.
another level.
toot that thing up
Oh
for real."
my gosh.
All right, let's
Okay, back.
bring it back.
Bring it back
girl.
on in.
Bring it
Yeah.
back.
So that was that. It just was out of the blue. And I'm like, wow, this is the blessing I needed. Like, you know.
For you in here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just for me, you know, so.
I feel like you touched on something, and I think, we don't want to go too deep and too dark, but I think a lot of people struggle in life with depression, struggle in life
Yeah.
with waking up, getting out of bed, and it's like you had one of the roughest years of your life, you were saying, but it's like
Yeah.
clearly you were doing something and following the right path because
Right.
you were not, like, you know what I mean? You know, when you're like doing
Yeah.
something you think people aren't looking and watching, you got the ultimate validation. I mean,
Absolutely.
bitch,
Oh,
the
right?
ultimate validation. I'm like, girl,
absolutely.
you put that little logo on there. Approved. Approved.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta
even-
cheers it up for that.
Yeah.
No, we got a
Well,
lot
yeah.
to cover, but I
Congrats,
gotta.
girl.
I wish there was tequila in here, but it's all good.
Girl.
It's all good.
Oh, girl, we got a little drink.
We got a little
over there.
drink.
You should-
After.
Okay, because I was like,
Yeah.
I said water and, you know, a little tea and, you know.
I said water.
I can't be taking shots on camera. It's all good.
Oh, no.
Sometimes there'd be a little water in here, guys. Not always tea now.
But
That's so funny.
yes, in all seriousness, that's true. It was definitely the ultimate validation. I feel like even just when the normal, and I don't want to say I'm not normal, but just when a regular 9 to 5
You're you.
person, I'm me.
You're you, and we're not, ain't nobody goddamn normal.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Right, and but
Whether you struggle with something or not,
yeah.
don't do that to yourself, girlfriend.
No, absolutely. What I was going to say is that I feel like when the average person is going through depression, they're not getting that validation anywhere. And so I'm very blessed to have gotten it in such a grand way, you know, just based off of what I've done in music. Through that depression, I was working, obviously. I have bills, like no one's paying my bills for me anymore.
I'm working too, right after this, honey. That
No,
corner. Catch me on the block.
I'll be right there. Dollar bills for you. All day. But no, yeah, again, just reiterating, it's nice to get the validation, and I wish that more people could get that when they're going through a hard time.
Love that.
Yeah,
It's a lot to take in. So
yeah.
let's rip apart the Forbes because you got it
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Take us through, you know, we dropped Janet Jackson, we dropped Britney Spears, but take
Yeah.
us through your day to day, what you do, and obviously you do it because it's running through your blood.
Yeah, it is. Well, without going like too in depth in my autobiography,
Take it there. Oh,
the autobiography
wait.
is dropping
Roll
as an
it
ebook
up.
at some
Oh,
point.
it's dropping.
Oh, for sure.
Sip it.
Shit, but just to start, so I grew up in the Bay Area, teen parents. My parents had me when they were 16. My mom hates when I say that, but sorry, it's true. So my dad was a rapper, an aspiring rapper. He never really blew up, but actually his rap group in the Bay Area, they had a song with Biggie and Tupac. So I mean, I always put that out there because I'm like, you did some things, Dad. You did some things. You know, so I always say that I got the music bug from him. And then when I was 18, I graduated high school, moved to LA. I was signed to Dark Child, Rodney Jerkins.
Dark child.
Dark Child. Nah,
That's it, throw that in there.
yeah, of course.
You got all things I can play
Yeah.
songs for, girl.
All Say My Name, Destiny's Child. That was his breakout hit. But yeah, no, I signed to him when I was 17. I was still in high school.
Dang.
Yeah, I was still in high school. And the reason how I even got there
Yeah.
was MySpace music, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Yeah.
That is a throwback, honey.
Them
Turn back Tuesday.
Those millennials don't know about no MySpace.
That's
So.
what I'm saying.
Top 8.
But you want to know?
That was
That was like evil.
My top 8,
Yeah, you
that
got me in the top 8.
that was
You're cut.
that's how social media, I think, like the downhill spiral of social media started, because it was like you were based, like you're rated from
You want
the top
to
eight,
know why people got fucking problems?
right?
You ain't in my top 8. You're not relevant.
I know.
Ooh, cut deep.
My top 8, yeah, it was a mess. Man, who was in my top 8? I think it was just all celebrities. Like, no one I actually knew.
Sucks for them.
Right. Now we know each other's shit.
Right?
But yeah, so
How them titties, girl?
I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I met Dark Child through someone I met on MySpace Music. So yeah, John Asher. He was a songwriter that I randomly connected with through the interweb on MySpace. He said, hey, I know Dark Child. I didn't know who Dark Child was. I'm like 16, 17, I don't know. And I looked him up. I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is someone legit. And so I came to LA from the Bay Area, visited with John, met John in person, dope writer. He's signed to Rock Nation now. And he was like, hey, let's go to Dark Child's house. Went to Dark Child's house, met Dark Child, was writing with his group at the time. I wrote for them. And, you know, we started a conversation. And he was like, a few months after we met, I went back to the Bay, went back to school, high school. I was in class one day, like a metal workshop. Weird. My school is still like art. We did art shit, arts and crafts. I was in a metal workshop, and then I get a call, and my teacher was my advisor. So he's like, it's fine, just take the call. So I left class, answered it, and it was Darkchild's assistant. And she was like, hey, Rodney, Darkchild, he wants to talk to you. I'm like, I'm at school, but okay. I'm like, okay. Like, I can take the call. And so Darkchild gets on the phone. He's like, yo, you know, you're really dope. I want to start sending you some tracks. Because I record at home. I've always recorded at my house in my room. That's Bedroom Records, my label. That's why Bedroom Records. Because started in the bedroom.
I love that.
Yeah. And so he's like, I'm gonna send you some tracks. Sent me some tracks over the next few months. I would record, send him back. He's like going crazy about them. And he's like, hey, calls me again. Want to sign you? Want to sign you as an artist, publishing deal, management, all this. To a 17-year-old, like that's
in a welding class, girl. You're like, I'm out of here.
I wanted to drop out of high school. My mom's like, bitch, are you crazy? What? You're going to college too.
You're like, yeah, sure am, honey.
Yeah,
the College of Chad.
Exactly. Right. No, literally.
This is one pun after another pun after another pun. I apologize.
Done
Continue.
with you. I'm
Continue.
done. Oh, shit. But yeah, so that's how that started. So junior year, I was, like I said, 17. I would fly back and forth to LA. He would fly me out. I lived with him and his family the summer of 2010. And I would go to the studio with him. That's when I met Janet. That's when I met J-Lo. I'm like in here like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? Like Lady Gaga's coming in, fucking like everybody. And I just felt very humbled and blessed, honestly. But then it did get to my head. I can't lie.
You were young, though. You can't. What do you expect? You
Man.
getting all that coming in. I mean, you gotta feel yourself, girl,
Thank
a little
you. A little bit,
bit. If
right?
you don't, who else will?
I just felt you.
I'm done.
Let me-
Her
let me
phone
feel-
vibrating still. You
Wait,
feel me?
yeah, see, I want some of your success, girl.
That's
I
how
am
I feel.
Done. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a whirlwind. Like, it was interesting because, you know, I'm going to high school still and people didn't understand. I wasn't talking about it a lot, but I even remember when the Janet Jackson song dropped, 2009, I was in the library, like it dropped, and I'm like looking online like about it. And I'm just in a library in high school, and I told my friends, they're like, oh, that's cool. Like, they don't even get it. I'm like, I wrote on this song. Like, I demoed it. Like, Janet Jackson heard my voice and sang the song. Do you guys get it? And they're like, oh, cool. So it's like, all right. But yeah, it was an interesting experience going through high school with that going on at the same time.
Yeah, girl, I can only.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, not me.
Girl,
just got the
we got
phones.
ring. It's
Just-
Janet. She's like,
It's
we're gonna
Janet,
drop another
right?
Oh,
beat.
wait, can I shout out my friend Tommy Parker, though?
Oh,
Tommy
right
Parker,
Shout.
Right there.
Tommy Parker, Thomas Lumpkins, also was signed to Darkchild with me. He's very close with Janet now. He's been working on all her albums with her and hopefully gonna bring me in on this new thing that she's working on. I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but we're gonna keep it in.
Oh,
Ooh, wait, hold
And we're
on.
gonna cut that shit up and we're gonna drop it
Right? And I'm
Okay.
today.
Shout out Tommy Parker.
At Janet Jackson. Go bye.
I'm trying to write another song, thanks.
Wait, so who do you want to work with next? Like, what next artist do you want to work with? And
Nobody.
oh,
I'm done. I'm like so done.
yeah.
I feel like I've met everybody that I wanted to meet, and I feel like I've worked with everyone. I would love to work with Eminem at some point, just because I love him. I was like like I said, my dad was a rapper, and so I grew up listening to hip hop, and I wanted to be a rapper myself. Was studying the fuck out of Eminem all through my childhood. Missy Elliott as well. I know
Yeah,
Missy
now
has
we can
actually heard
sing.
my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Missy has heard my stuff, and she said I was dope, which is cool. But I think she had an artist signed to her that was similar at the time. This was a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to work with Eminem. I've met Rihanna. That was somebody that I really wanted to work with for a long time, and of course I still would. If she calls me, let's go.
Let's get it.
For sure. But that's another thing. Like, if people don't know the music industry, they think that it's so easy. Like, once you're in, oh, you can just call Rihanna, you can call someone, get in the session. It's so easy to get songs to them.
No.
No. Like, it's so crazy to me that people will hit me up like, hey, how do I get placements? I'm like, first of all, you need a catalog of songs. You have nothing recorded. You can't just go in and write for people.
Yeah.
So that's actually something that I've been mentoring on. I started a mentorship program.
Speak on it.
Yeah, no, all of that, because there's just a lack of education, a lack of awareness about how the music industry works. And yeah, I mean, there's just a fucking lack, such a lack. But that's my mission right now, even with the new label that I launched on Monday, literally.
Why not?
Hard Drive Records, harddrive.com, but it's spelled HRDRV. No, we had to be a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
And so my whole motto with that even is just I accept everybody. You know, I say this in the best light possible. It's the community college of labels, meaning that everyone is accepted. You can get signed today, harddrive.com. But we do quality control things. So I'm not going to ever put anything out on hard drive.
You're staying, bitch. You'll go home.
So it goes to the library.
I'll never release something that isn't up to par with like my standard of quality. So we do offer mixing and mastering. We offer discounts on, artwork, fucking mentorships with me. A lot of discounts, a lot of free stuff.
I just have to say, I want to be mentored by you.
Yeah, let's
She's
go.
a young G.
No, we could let's do the album.
I don't want to do an album.
Why not?
You
do an album.
do an album.
Let's go.
Your business acumen
Yeah.
and the way that you just are who you are, I think, equals why you're successful.
Oh man, thank you.
Literally, I'm
1000%.
sitting here watching you, and I'm
Aw.
like, girl, that mentorship program should be booked out years in advance.
Oh, I know.
No, it
right?
should. I'm getting such a nice
Oh man, thanks.
that I could like sit here and pick your brain for like
Yeah.
hours because and I think that's the difference between, quasi success and real success is
Right.
actually making a connection, but keeping, number one, you said you kind of, at one point it went to your head and then that was a lesson that you took through.
Yeah.
But it's like the way you just present yourself and like, you're like, I'm just sitting here having a chat and I'm like, your accolades are like,
Oh.
I'm kind of a bit blown. So I'm going to have a little pause while
Thank
y'all
you.
chat, but I'm blown.
Oh,
because,
thank you so much.
I'm 36 years old and it's like, it's
You're a young
just,
pup.
I'm
36 years young.
Yeah.
Not
Girl,
you're
that
36 years old.
I might
That's
need
so
some
young.
liquor. But I'm thoroughly impressed by
Aw.
your disposition, your attitude, and I think that's, we really thrive on connecting with people that are real
authentic.
because we are not in any shape or form.
Yeah.
Well, just because
get
even
it.
you spoke about like how mental illness is super important and speaking about that because
Right.
a lot of people don't share that. You could easily just say, I was having the best year of my life and then this was just the icing on top. But you kept it so real. And
Yeah.
then also what you're doing, you're allowing for a platform for everyone to be accepted and saying, hey, this is a community college. Everybody can get up in here, but it doesn't mean necessarily that the music's going to go out. But I'm
Yeah.
here to take you in to help you teach you.
Exactly.
So I think that that's epic and that speaks volumes about you, your
Thank you.
character, and people like you are destined for like massive success. And that's
Oh.
why you have Forbes 30 under 30, girl. Yes.
Give me that trust.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
gotta keep
Thank
doing
you.
exactly what you're doing.
Right.
You know? Like
Yeah.
so what are the next plans for, you just dropped the
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
I mean, I drop music personally all the time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I record at home. I've always recorded at home. And I think that's something very important for young artists to learn how to do. I use Pro Tools. Some people use Logic, but I sell a Pro Tools template to get people started because I think that it will save people I know for a fact, save so much money down the line if you just invest in getting Pro Tools. They have plans now, $25 a month to have Pro Tools.
Oh wow, okay, that's reasonable.
Right.
Yeah.
You can don't order Postmates one time.
Right? Don't go to
Girl,
Starbucks.
I got that
Or
Postmates
Starbucks.
Don't go to
You can go to
Starbucks
Starbucks and spend $25 in one day.
Right. If you really
really.
yes, me right now before we did this interview. But yeah, if you really want something, you'll make the sacrifices needed to get it.
That's
so,
Girl, you gotta
That's
say that
it.
again.
what did I say?
Girl, you said I'm a G, and if you really want
I'm
something,
a G, and if you really want something, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. So
And
that's that.
I think on that note, girl, we gonna have to just do a little cheers?
I
Unless you
thought we were going to do a jig.
I know.
I thought she was going to get up and make me
Wait,
booty
I mean,
pop. I was like,
Gio,
I'm a white
wait,
man. I don't pop.
do you have anything that
No,
you
I just want to kind of close it out and be like,
Yeah.
for those watching that, like, not in the music sphere, I think that your story, and I think this is a nice way to close it out, your story has a lot of, it resonates. No matter what facet of business, life, whatever it is you want to do, the way you just ended it then is like you have to invest in yourself. So you were talking about the tools in your category, but I think that applies to anything. If you want to succeed and go farther, y'all need to fucking follow her. So hit it.
Yeah, so that they need to watch this space, and if you're living under a rock, then you need to follow her. So just go ahead, plug,
Go
the
Forbes
audience.
under 30.
Yes,
Stop.
Hit it.
everything.
Everything.
Plug
is-
everything.
Everything is at Mickey Shiloh on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at MICKEYSHILOH. And I'll take care of you. I answer DMs, emails, everything. Got you.
Your record company, though, everything.
Oh, yeah, hard drive. I mean, if you
Yeah.
follow me on at Mickey Shiloh, you'll see hard drive everywhere. At HRDRV and then harddrive.com, HRDRV.com. That's it.
And boom. And you guys can follow me across the board at Ariane Andrew and this little sleeping nugget at Glitty Glit.
You can follow me at Matt Dillon 1983, and I'm not going to, the Beast Award. Yeah, it's Mama 2011. I want to thank you for bringing such a authentic energy here today. It's nice to meet like-minded people and like kind of a little jealous of her. I was like, damn, like you just no. It's amazing when somebody knows how to tap into
It's not jealous. It's like you commend her.
I commend her, but girl, I'm a jealous. You know, let's be real.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
On that note.
I follow her already. I'm going to do my research, but
thank
we're going to
you.
cheers you out, girl.
Yes.
Hey, Mickey, you're so
Cheers.
fun.
You're so fun. You
am
blow
fun.
You're
my
welcome back
mind.
anytime,
Shit,
girl.
thank you. Oh my God.
You guys, thank you for being here on Ever Talk TV. And until next Tuesday, Sippin The Tea. We'll catch you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, you got the wrong number. Click.